Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Fin Show. I am your host, Miss Fins. Welcome. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Thank you very much. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button. Thank you. Finally, I get to give my off-season review, which is good because Jesus, we needed to talk about this. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so we're gonna discuss today our off-season offense. Come on, might as well leave it there. Offense review 2024-2025. Hold on. There you go. Just trying to make sure I write this correctly. Hmm. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you so much. Much appreciate you. We gotta talk about it. We gotta discuss exactly where did we leave off. You know what I mean? That way, we have a baseline, and I have the other reviews as well, as far as the ones that we did last year and the year before that too. So I have those as well that we can use to kind of comparison. You know what I mean? Um, Mostly because I mean you kind of have to, compare, see what you got, and see are we progressing or not. Now, right off the bat, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even need to look at the numbers, guys. We digressed so much from one year to the next, and I don't even need to. You don't even need to look at the numbers. You already know we digressed so much from one year to another that it's just unfathomable. You know what I mean? It is. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. So, personally, look, we gotta go through this pain. Um, I gotta pull up, see, just pull up this last thingy here for us, and then we're good to go. How's everybody going? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing okay. I'm seeing a lot of legal departments get overtime. I'm just saying, especially with everything that's happening. I mean, some people are a little too quiet. If you know, you know. That's all I'm saying. I'm seeing legal departments working overtime, and they're really trying to make it happen. What's up, guys? Let's see here. Oh, did I? Yes, I did. Ha! Good morning. Good morning. What up, Aquavision? Always in the building. What's up? What's up, Assassin? Yes, I am. I'm streaming on YouTube. Come over here to YouTube. Come over here to YouTube. I can see it. But YouTube is where it's at because you can interact with the chat. You can't interact with the chat on Twitch. But I appreciate everybody watching on Twitter, Twitch, and all platforms. What up, Insanity? Good morning. Good morning, Skull. Welcome. Michelle, one of our awesome members. Welcome. What's up, Lansing? Love the picture. Love the picture. Super cool picture. What's up, Delusional? Another one of our awesome members. Welcome to You Can't Talk to People That Way Wednesday. Oh God. You know, I'm not even mad that you said that. It's actually kind of funny. Not that I'm expecting. God, man. You gotta start out the morning like this. Hilarious. Miss Vince, 19 degrees here. Oh God, never. You're not catching me like that. Unless I'm like actually actively looking for snow, and that's probably it. That's it. I've never seen snow. I've seen like a little tiny flurry, but they were already on the floor, so doesn't count. I mean like a snowstorm, you know what I mean? Ah, of course. I try. Oh my god, you guys are hilarious. So let me go ahead and add this puppy here so we can go ahead and get started. Oh man, these numbers. I love my team, right? I love my team. There's nothing wrong with loving your team, right? But your team could also like not love you too. Times. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel at times. I don't think our team loves us as fans, but don't cry for me, Alabama. Uh, what Tuesday, delusional. Exactly. Exactly. Really? Oops. Autocorrect. Get out of here. Ugh. Over you. I'm over you. I'm over you, silly. Give me a second. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I just gotta get this last little bit quick. Oh man, let me tell you something. It is it is the off season, and you know what I would love more than anything else? That people talk about the Dolphins and they talk about sports. Not drama. Because every off season, for some reason, we are the leading team when it comes to something happen dramatically. It can't be about, oh, Dolphins are looking at this and that kind of dominate the headline. Oh no, that'd be too easy. No, 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 no. If we're not in some scandal or a player of ours is in some scandal or the team is in like, you can't make this up. This team is just addicted. Oh gosh, I'm telling you. But I got it. So we're good. Jets don't love me. I get it, dude. I totally get it. That's what happens when you got a clown like Tyreek. No comments, but he ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. He's not the only one. Anyway, as you can see, guys, boom. Told you I got last season stuff, so we're gonna go through it, man. We're gonna go through it because, geez, we need to. You know what I mean? We have to go through this. We have to. There's literally just no other way. So I'm trying to get my new page. Ooh, don't tell me this puppy's like full. No, it ain't. Ha! We're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Oh, here it is. Mid-season review. Perfect. Did I do the defense? Oh, I did overall offense. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so end of the season review. We got this puppy. Um, got Okay. Our overall rank, ladies and gentlemen, as an offense, we are, dang, 22nd. You're seeing this, right? We are ranked 22nd in the league. Oh, God, that's awful. 22nd. That's awful. With only 345 points. Now, guys, let me tell you something. Last year, we scored 496 points. 345, 496. That's over 150 points off. 150 points off between one year to the next. That's horrible. And last year we ended as the number one, well, technically number two offense in the league. But we were number one the entire season. Horrible. Jalen Waddle, what's up with 17? We need answer because I feel like he can be more productive. Seriously. I agree. I agree. I can imagine the Dolphins in an episode of Maury or Jerry Jones. Oh, stop it. But that is funny. When it comes to passing, ladies and gentlemen, oh God, I don't even want to look at that. Where are we? Where are we in passing? We're focused on the offense today, so we're not even focused on anything else except offense. We are sports. Okay, and passing, we ain't all that. We're currently ranked 15th. Last year we were ranked in yardage. We were ranked number one. This year, ranked 15th. That is horrendous. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Last year we were ranked when it comes to touchdowns, passing touchdown fourth. This year we're ranked 16th. Like you see this massive drop off. But the real question is, ladies and gentlemen, did we really drop off or did the Dolphins overachieve? Because looking at these numbers, let's bring it to 2022 because I got those numbers too. That was end of 2020, end of 2023, right? We got the ones for 2022. Let's pull those puppies up. Oh, wait, that's my holiday shopping list. Oh, it's crazy. See that? Let's see here. Because I got that one too. Let's go in 2022, end of the season. Okay. Okay. Here it is. Let me pull it up real quick. I got it elsewhere. 2023. So last year, not last year, the year before that. The year before this year, right? We were ranked 11th in passing yards. We were ranked 11th in passing yards. That was us. Okay. Some people could say we overachieved or whatever, you know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe that's exactly where we were at the time. I mean, it was exactly where we were at the time. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. We were ranked 11th in passing yards and points scored, sorry, in 2022. Then in 2023, we went to number 2. And now we're ranked number what again? 22nd. This is just in scoring. Just scoring. Uh don't bring that into your Aquavision, but that's funny. And by the way, this is why I give you guys, I show you exactly where I get my numbers. This is for pro football reference. This is not PFF. So there's no emotion into this. This is raw data from the NFL. They aggregate it here. And then it's just an easier way to read that raw data. Okay. But this year, just in scoring, just point score, ranked 22nd. The year before that, we were ranked number 2. Okay. Then the year before that, we were ranked 11th. It almost sounds like maybe perhaps the Miami Dolphins peaked last year. Is that what we're talking about? Hmm? Did we peak? Now let's take a look at this because I'd rather just not even. Now let's take a look at this. So we're ranked 15th in yards, passing yards, 16th in passing touchdowns. We are ranked 21st in rushing yards, 23rd in rushing touchdowns. Well, ladies and gentlemen, last year we were number 6 overall. When it came to yards, we were ranked 6th last year in rushing, went back to mid. The year before then, we were ranked, let me, in rushing, we were ranked 25th. So from 25 to 6 to now 15. It's almost like we went right back to mid. But you know what I like? I like points. That's all I really care about. So taking a look at the points, ranked 23rd in rushing touchdowns. This year, not good at all. Last year in rushing touchdowns, we were ranked 3rd overall. We were tied. We were tied for first. But that number was 27 touchdowns. This time, 23rd. This year, 23rd. The year before that, in rushing touchdowns, we were ranked 22. So it's almost we're right back to last year. So just goes to show a trend that I'm seeing here that the offense for the Miami Dolphins peaked last year, and that's what I'm getting. That more than anything else, that's what I'm getting. So that's what I'm getting more than anything else. Right now, the Miami Dolphins, it looks like they peaked. They overachieved last year. Let's go to our conversions of this year. So the Miami Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen, for conversions, third down conversion, we ranked 25th. Third down conversion, ranked 25th. Flip the page for last year's stuff. Last year in third down conversion, 20th. We ranked 20th in third down conversion. We got one of our awesome members. What a villain. Welcome, buddy. It's a funny name. What's up, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Last year in third down conversions, just so that way we're all in the same page, we were ranked 24th in third down conversion. So the Dolphins are kind of the same. So in 2022, we were 25th. In 2023, we were 20th. And in 2024, which is this year, we're 25. Okay. When it comes to red zone, because that's really what matters, our red zone percentage, last year we were ranked number 2. This year, 16. 16th. The year before then, 10th. So the common trend is that out of all the years for McDaniel, the year that we, from numbers 10th, with just raw numbers, we peaked last year. That's what we see here so far. I mean, last year again, our offense was number 2 in the league, number 1 throughout the entire year. It's just last minute we lost it by like nothing to a different team. So that's the That's where we are with the Miami Dolphins. It's just showing you kind of like the stock market. We were like here, we paid, and then we went right back to being exactly the same. Right back to being exactly the same. This isn't good, ladies and gentlemen. Not at all. Not at all. And the main reason why isn't good because obviously there were some major fall offs this season. It could be a lot of things could be attributed to this. Let me just go down that list with you. Just a little list, not even a much. Just a little list. What do we think? Or you know what? I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you guys think were some of the contributing factors for our offense? Remember, we're only reviewing offense right now. What do you guys think our offense took such a downturn um since last year? Hmm? What do you guys think? I really want to hear from the chat because I think this is very, very, very much interesting. Me personally, for this offense, thank you, Aquavision. Aquavision got the first one. I mean, if that's not the easiest one to get, I mean, it's too much. How many did he miss this year? Four, right? Four. Is that it? He missed four. I think it was 4 or 5. That's the easiest one. Okay. What else? What is the other reason? There's more than one reason. So let's not pretend that him just not playing is the only reason why this Dolphins offense was worse. Let's not do that. We're not gonna do that. Don't worry. Tua's getting his end of the season review. What was the question? The question is what were the contributing factors for the Dolphins to go from peaking last year to going back to mid this year? Hmm? Ooh, we're cooking with gas. Thank you. T4L305. Oh, tackle for loss. Yo, I like that. I like that. MACD, same place. Thank you. Thank you, Tom. AB, how is this bias? You always just randomly throw out stuff. I know you're looking for attention, but how is this bias? Did Tua not lose like not was not here? Did he not miss games compared to last year? He played all 17, missed 4 this year. Didn't McDaniel actually call very similar games and plays? I don't see how that's bias. O-line got worse. When we discuss about Tua tomorrow, no. We said we're gonna do Tua Tuesday. We'll do it Tuesday because I don't worry about it. Yeah, we'll do it Tuesday, next Tuesday. When we discuss Tua, we're gonna talk about the O line. Because you said the O line got worse. Really? Did the O line get worse? Mm, mm. Calling out your bias towards Tua McDaniel. That ain't looking for attention. How am I being biased when McDaniel literally has called the same plays over and over again? Don't we always complain all we see is none but screens left and right? How is that? Somebody answer him. How is that being biased when that's what we see? I know you have eyeballs, AB. I know you have eyeballs. I know you have eyeballs. So, what are we talking about here? What bias? You've always been, no. See, unlike you, I'm not married to Tua, nor do I think he's my God. I would never call him that. Or left arm of what God? Nah. He's just another player who won't be here in 20 years. But see, when he's doing good, I can say it. When he's doing bad, I can say it too. Because he's giving me different information. See, that's called being objective. But you have this pure disdain for anybody that says anything bad about Tua. Oh no, don't talk about Tua. Come on, man. This is why you wanted Watson. I wanted Watson because Watson was the best option at the time. Now taking a look at it, like hindsight always is. Yeah, probably not the best move we could have made. I would have still wanted Watson right in there, and I'm not gonna change that. That's what at the time with the information that we had. Well, that's it. You got enough. You got enough of my time. Anyways, so Tua missed games. That's one of the major factors. He missed 4 games again. McDaniel running the same plays. We also put what the O line got worse. Well, I'm gonna test that theory tomorrow. O line worse. I don't know. Now, I will tell you this in that aspect, the easiest way to tell you that that might actually be true is 2 things. Number one, Robert Hunt. Losing Robert Hunt clearly was a downgrade. Period. No matter how you slice it. Losing Robert Hunt was one of the major things that you can noticeably tell about that O line. There's no other way of saying it. There's no other way of saying it. So that I will give you. In that aspect, the level of talent, in my opinion, and I do have to agree, did decrease by not having Rubber Hunt. So that, absolutely yes. I agree 1000%. But the overall production of the O line, that part, we gotta wait till Tuesday when we talk about Tua because we're gonna compare all 3 years because all I always hear is how this O line is horrible. This O line, there's no time to throw, and we're gonna compare how Tua ranks among all other quarterbacks and timing as well. Because everybody swears Tua has no time, and you'd be surprised how much time he gets ends up being the league average. Mm, like that's pretty much it. So, what up, True Blazer? Welcome, Dolphin fans. Team first. Thank you. Team first. Watson, as if Tua hasn't on anything. That's okay, man. What up, Joe Rich? Welcome, welcome. Good thing Tua won them playoff games and proof he was a better option than Watson. The O line got worse because you paid other people. That is true. I am not highlighting that. Listen, when you're a member, you get your stuff highlighted before anybody else. But God, that's funny, and I can't put that on there, man. You know, yeah, for his hip bruised. Mm-hmm. Too much. Oh gosh. You guys have so much. Okay, so Tackle for Law says worst safety play in the league. Hold up. We're only talking offense today. We're gonna do defense. I already got it all prepped. We're gonna do defense. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I can do defense tomorrow. It's no big deal. Um, but yeah, we're doing just offense, offense and under of the overall offense again. We're doing the overall offense review. That's what we're doing. So that way we keep it in line because you can see I have it from all other ways. But there's other stuff to take a look at, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at those things. When it comes to passing, look at this. Excuse me. How many quarterbacks played for us and started for us? Oh, Lord, this is horrible. You guys talk about Tua missing 4 games? Um, what's 17 minus 11? Because that still looks like 6 games to me. ladies and gentlemen. Tua missed 6 games. 6 games. That's a lot of games. Isn't that a third of the season? Right? Yeah, that's about a third of the season. Tua missed. Ugh. No bueno. It's another one. No. Okay, I can't even believe this. How many points did he? Okay. I think that was it that I wanted to go ahead and take a look at. Scoring summary. I know our scoring summary has been awful. Let's see here. But I was giving it, I can't believe our kicker got the most points in the entire season. 8 points per game. Look at that. Wow. Shout out to the best kicker we've ever had, Jason Sanders, man. The offense folds in big games. Yep, that's another one. That's another one. That is another one. But you know what? To be fair, they've consistently done that the last 3 years. Technically, they've done that in the last 5 years. Hmm? Lansing. Words, my friend. Right, the same thing. Just know that certain words do get, we try to keep it PG here, just so everybody else is just saying. Just saying. But I thought that was a great post. Just re-put it, without, the that's all. But yeah, can you believe this? Let me take a look at John Smith. John Smith was number 3. How many points did John Smith get us? He's part of the offense. He got us 48 points. Okay, 2.8 points per game. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. What's up, Lance? Welcome. Tyreek. This is number 4. Tyreek. How many points did he get us? 36 points. Understandable. 2.1 points per game. What did this show you, ladies and gentlemen? Hmm? Even HN number 2, 72 points, 4.2 points per game. This kind of shows you this whole situation about um the Dolphins O line doesn't work. Well, how did we get 6 rushing touchdowns? And my guy got 6 receiving touchdowns too. But how did we get 6 rushing touchdowns? Heck, we did 12 rushing touchdowns overall. Let's see what we did last year. Last year we did 27. Okay, that is a significant drop off. From 27 touchdowns to 12, that's not good. That's not good. And then the year before that, we had 22. So we went to 22, got better at 27, and then completely fell off the block when it came to rushing touchdowns this year. What happened? Yeah, Mostert did have like 20. That's horrible. Um, give me 1 second, people. I gotta do something quick. Okay, let's get back to this puppy. So we wrote down a few reasons why we believe the Dolphins' offense got better. Now let's go ahead and talk about a couple of things that also didn't help that I think might help out here. Now I see my guy tackle for loss. He's working overtime. McDaniel not making adjustments. True. Whew. How many red zone trips did we have? Ah, we talked about that already, but let's go ahead and do it. So last year in the red zone as an offense, here it is. In the red zone, ladies and gentlemen, we ranked 16th. We went to the red zone 53 times and only had 30 touchdowns out of that. Everything else was either a field goal or we didn't score at all. That's what that was. 53 times and only 30 touchdowns. That's a 56.6 red zone percentage. Last year, though, when I just said this, hmm. Last year in the red zone, we had a 65.5 red zone percentage. We were sixth overall in touchdowns with 38 touchdowns. We had 8 more touchdowns. And in attempts, we were 10th at 58 more attempts. So we were only 5 attempts less than last year's and scored 8 less touchdowns. So last year we had 5 more attempts at 58. We had 8 more touchdowns at 38, and we had a much higher percentage at 65 and a half. How many running touchdowns did we have against Denver? Last year? Oh, that game alone, of course, you can say that. 8 rushing touchdowns. 8 rushing touchdowns. Yeah. Tua only had 2 passing touchdowns out of the 10. We scored 10 touchdowns. Mostert and HM both had 8 rushing touchdowns. Um, Alcovision, if we had 6 passing touchdowns and 6 running touchdowns, that would have been 12 touchdowns And last time I checked, 12 touchdowns, let me just do my math, would have been 84 points. Now, my friend, remember, one of those passing touchdowns that happened in the game wasn't even Tua. It was our backup, Mike White, who got it. That's the Robbie chosen passing touchdown. You got, yeah. So remember, it was Hn had 4, Moser had 4 rushing, or hold up, they each have 4 total touchdowns. Tua had 2 passing touchdowns. So yeah, that's yeah, 5 and 5. That kind of makes a little more sense. 10, 70 points. But Tua only had 2 touchdowns in that game, or three passing touchdowns. One of them I think was to HM. The rest was just rushing touchdowns. And then we had one by Mike White, three by Tua. The rest was all rushing touchdowns between HN and Mostert. So yeah. That one game though, yeah, did it skew it? Of course it did. But even then, it doesn't matter because you're talking about the entire overall average. But even in the year before that, if we're gonna talk real quick, just end zones and red zone, even in 2022, we attempted 50 red zone attempts and got 30 touchdowns. So we attempted 3 less than what we did this year and got 60% conversion. So when it comes to the red zone, I mean, all that tells me is we had what? A few more attempts? A few less attempts actually than last year, and a lot less touchdowns. Overall, and if we're just going to talk about points overall, in 2022, our offense scored in points 397. In 2023, we scored 496. And in this year, our offense scored 345. 397, 496. So we were at 397. We scored 100 more points. Or technically 99, but whatever. I'm calling it 100. 100 more points the year after. And then this year we went right back down out to 150 points less. That's not good. That's not good at all. What up, Nene? Welcome. Good morning. Snow day for North Carolina. Cool. That was awesome. This offense isn't physical, especially in third down and short yards. Well, I mean, let's take a look at the third down percentage again. This is what a team conversion in third down is this year. We were ranked 25th. Let's work backwards. Last year in third down conversions, ladies and gentlemen, we were ranked 20th. So we were slightly better. The year before that, in third down conversion, the Dolphins were ranked 24th. So we were at 24, 20, and then 25. Lansing. Can we keep it PG, my friend? Thank you. We don't mind. We don't mind the. It's just the foul language because kids do watch this show. That's all. But guys, hit that like button for me, guys. Hit that like button. Oh man, this whole time Did this whole thingy. What we're doing. Forgot to put that puppy on there. So yeah, we went from 24th to 20 to 25. It's kind of been the same. In 2022, we were at 36.2 conversion percentage when it comes to third down conversion percentage. We were at 42.1 last year. So we were 36, then 42, and this year, as you can see, we're at 36 again. So again, all I'm getting from this, and this the reason why I'm showing you all 3 years is because I'm showing you Mike McDaniel's era. In the last 3 years of Mike McDaniel, the first year established the baseline. Last year, from what it looks like, it peaked. This year went right back down, if not worse, than what it was the first year this offense was implemented. So, yeah, that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen, with this offense. This offense right now is showing you that it looked like it peaked and then it went right back down. But what were the key pieces? Now I gotta ask you guys, who were the key pieces besides Robert Hunt? Because we already talked about him in the O line. What other key pieces from Mike McDaniel's first year till now, or even last year? Because last year was the highlight. What pieces did we lose from last year to this year in offense that made a huge difference and that led to this downfall? Rubber Hunt. I already gave you an easy one, a layup. Rubber Hunt. To me, the biggest loss between last year and this year. Rubber Hunt. Who else in the offense did we lose? Talk to me, people. Because me personally, was there really that much of a change? Offense, my boy. Offense. I know Wilkins. We're not talking defense today. We're only talking offense. Who did we lose on offense? That made or played a major role last year than this year. Hmm? Who did we lose? Robert Hunt is the easiest one for me. I can't really think of anybody else. What's up, Timothy? Nobody? What? Hold up. Besides Robert Hunt, you mean to tell me that the Miami Dolphins lost nobody? But we were the number one offense last year. So we lose one. You mean to tell me we lose one guy? Thank you, Lance. I appreciate it. Okay. Connor, our center. That's the other guy. I was like, uh. That's two guys. Those are pretty good. So you lost your center and Connor and your right guard and Hunt. Mm. And he was the number one ranked center. Two guys. Those are the two guys that we lost. Anyone else that we lose? I don't think so. I'm trying to think. Wide receivers? No, we got everybody. I mean, are we really mourning, Robbie Chosen? No, I don't think so. Who else? Who else? Who else? I'm trying to think, honest to God, who else? Brewer kind of played better than Connor. It wasn't snapping issues. Brewer did really, really good for me this season. I don't think it was bad or anything like that. Um, Brewer, if you take a look at Brewer, I think he did good. Definitely a lot less snapping issues. The protection, though, those were the main guys that you saw. That definitely you saw that they were gone. Ha, Lance, you're trying to get in good with me. Good, sexy. Listen, no, because Gesicki we lost the first year. Remember, he earned the right to be a free agent last year. So he went with the Patriots for 1 year, and then this past year, or this year, I guess he was with the Bengals. So Hunt, Connor, and Tyreek definitely not the same. Well, Tyreek is a ridiculous athlete. So even if he wasn't 100% Tyreek, no player ever is. Even 75, 60% Tyreek is better than. Let me be nice. At least 60% Tyreek is better than at least 30 to 40% of the receivers out there. That's true. Hmm? If McDaniel decided to use him as a decoy more this year than last year, that's different. But now you guys are seeing what I mean. So right now we got Tua missing 6 games. McDaniel running the same tired plays. The O line got worse. Clearly, would not. Well, you can't say clearly. The only major downgrade again, even Connor to Brewer, I don't think it was that big of a drop off. If anything, it was a net even. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't even mention Brewer. But no, I do get it. Connor obviously had the snapping issues. He was still one of the best blocking centers in the league. Um, but as far as the O line getting worse, it's really losing Rubber Hunt. I think that's probably the biggest one. Offense folded big games. That has happened for the last 5 years under the Tua the Tua era. You know what I mean? McDaniel not making adjustments. That's happened in the last 3 years. It's one of the major things he hasn't gotten fixed yet, in my opinion. Oh, O line got worse or QB play got worse. Keep it real. Yo, stop it. There's some people out here on the chat and in these streets that are going to get really upset if you say that. So we're going to just go ahead and stick to, you know, these numbers. Overall, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, taking a look at these numbers is extremely simple. The Miami Dolphins era under Mike McDaniel peaked last year. Everything that offense had. It was so good that with 5 games left, where do I still have? Where the heck is that schedule? With 5 games left, ladies and gentlemen, this is so embarrassing. With 5 games left, we had a chance to not be number one in our division and win our division, to be number one in the conference. What were the 5 games left, ladies and gentlemen? Coming off a massive win, and I mean massive win versus the Commanders. Destroyed him. Put whooping 45-15. Total destruction. Absolute total destruction, ladies and gentlemen. Oh God, it was disgusting how good we were. how good we were. It was nasty. We smacked them around. What did they do in 1 year? Made it to the NFC Championship. Where did we end up? 8-9. Whoo! I almost wish I was. I would have gladly have taken that whooping if it meant that this year my team was in the AFC Championship with a shot at the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Nay, 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 nay. Thank you. They got figured out and exposed from the front office, coaches, and players, soft, stubborn, and undisciplined. Facts, facts, facts. You can't put that anyway. With 5 games left after that whooping we give to the Commanders being 9-3. What happened? Tennessee Titans lose by 1. Major collapse by the defense, giving up 2 touchdowns in less than 3 minutes. But at the end of the day, who had the ball with over a minute and a half left? The offense. But okay, we're gonna pretend like that didn't happen and like our offense didn't go 3-and-out in that instance, right? Of course, because we would never put it on the one side of the ball that actually had $500 million put into it. But whatever, we're gonna move past that. 9-4. New York Jets destroy that booty, 30-0. 30-0. Dallas Cowboys. And everybody says we don't win in December. Well, guess what? The Jets was in December. Dallas Cowboys was in December. That was Christmas Eve. 22-20. Thanks to Jason Sanders and his 5 field goals. Never mind that the offense only scored 7 points. We're going to push past that one, right? Up 3 games. Up 3 games with 5 left. At that point by the Cowboys, we were up 3 games with, we were up 2 games with 3 games left. For all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen, we were going to clinch the AFC #1 spot before we would even clinch the division. Baltimore Ravens. That was the game to get. That was the game to get. Our offense scored 7 points. Lost 56-19. And then, of course, we all know, last game of the season at home. We're 11-5 coming into this game. Tied. And this is a tiebreaker between Buffalo and Miami Dolphins to be able to get the division and go into the playoffs and have a playoff home game. Lose 14-21 when, some people say the receiver ran a wrong route. Other people say the quarterback held the ball too long. Other people say we were destined to lose because there goes our collapse. You take and analyze it however you want. Still a loss in January. We went 5. We actually, funny enough, we went 3-2 in December. That's not a collapse in December. Like everybody always says. It wasn't. It was not a collapse in December like everybody always says. You guys collapsed in December. A collapse in December was the year before in 2022 when we lost 5 straight December games. I'm lying. 4 straight December games because the other one ended up being a New Year's Day. And we lost that one. That's a collapse. Going 3-2 in December, that's not a collapse. We just lost in January. We just keep losing in January. That's where we're at right now. Bro, I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Lansing, please refrain from using profanity. Thank you so much. Stop using profanity. That's all I ask. You can say everything you want. Just don't use profanity. Talk your stuff. Appreciate you, man. We like to keep it clean here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. But that's where we're at right now. That's where we're at right now, ladies and gentlemen. That is where the Miami Dolphins are at right now. This offense didn't perform this year. You're seeing it. Let's take a look at the schedule because apparently people what happened? But what happened? December again. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where's December? Win versus the Jets, and it took everything out, and I was at that game. I'm not gonna lie, it was nerve wracking and awesome at the same time. To go 6-7, Houston game. Okay, so winning team. Let's go over there and let's make it happen. Let's nope, we're just not gonna do that. 12 points? Really? That's all we can muster? 12 points? Okay. San Francisco 49ers. We beat the 49ers without CMC, without, key players. It don't matter. You got to play with who you have on the field. We beat the 49ers 29-17. Same thing with Cleveland. Beat Cleveland 20-3. That one. That one felt good. But how do you lose to the Jets at home? 20-32. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Mm, it's ridiculous. It's not again. Now, anybody that doesn't want to see the clear picture in the last 5 years, ladies and gentlemen, hey, that's on you. I could only show you what's going on. In the last 3 years of the Mike McDaniel era, we were here, established that baseline. Last year, we super peaked. And even then, we couldn't get over it. And then we went right, but we actually did worse. At least in 2022, shoot, we made it to the playoffs. We were 9-8. At least, at least we were 9-8. It just means we were mid. That's all that means. So we started out being mid, went to being phenomenal last year. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Dolphins are out here cooking everybody and their mothers 11-6, second in the division, second in points. Whoo! Under Mickey D, making it happen. So then right back to let's go ahead and be extra mid one more time. But this time we're gonna be extra mid, but on the down side. 8-9. Mm. I warned people about McDaniel. People hated discipline and signed with a guy who knew what we knew was inexperienced. He was loved until he wasn't. McDaniel is who he is. Yeah. Why? How we know we peaked? Tua just missed too many games. Let's not make up narratives. How am I making up a narrative? If we were 9-8, then go to 11-6, and then in 3 years go to 8-9, where is that? I mean, maybe I might not know what that curve is, but it looks like that curve went up. This is all under Mike McDaniel, regardless of who the quarterback is. The Mike McDaniel offense, because that's what he was brought here for as an offensive guy. The Mike McDaniel offense, based on 3 years, I can't speak for any more years than that. So if you look at a graph, that graph peaked last year. That's what that means. But maybe you don't know about graphs, so I totally understand. What's up, Green? Mr. Andre? Good morning, Miss Fans. It's been a minute on my part. I've been super busy recently. I celebrated my 58th birthday back on the 16th, so I wanted to stop in and say hello. What's up, Andre? Happy birthday, man. I'm so happy for you. Hey, 58? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it trucking. I wish you nothing but super blessings and awesomeness, man, for another 100 years for you. You hear me, man? I'm telling you. Nothing but blessings on blessings on blessings. And I hope that you enjoy thoroughly this year and every other year after that. Oh, nice to see you again. Your guy Flo was bought as a defensive guy and was clueless on offense. Literally flip that and add McDaniel. Your guy McDaniel was brought in for offense and was clueless on defense. I don't know what is this? What are we? The problems are just not the head coach. Thank you, Nene. It's not I almost feel like some people need to clear out the earwax. We're talking about the entire team. That encompasses the players, player execution. It also encompasses the coaching. But it's all together. It's all together. Thank you, Ms. Fence. I super appreciate it. Of course, man. It's nice to see you back. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. McDaniel brought in Fangio. Who brought Flores bring in? What you mean flip it? No comparison. Fangio who? The one you yourself called a scumbag? Is that who you're talking about? The one that you said yourself, and feel free to look for them receipts because they're out there in this channel, that you said was trash as a coach and couldn't talk to his players. And he wasn't a player. That guy, thank you, who also just won the Super Bowl the year afterwards. Right, okay. I don't think you're making a good look for yourself, buddy. Thank you, Nene. Wait, I can't. Like, it didn't make no sense. Yes, yes, you did. And you sided with the players who they said, kick rocks, right? You don't remember that? Kicks rocks? You don't remember her talking about that? Oh, okay. I remember the conversation because it was the exact same conversation of, well, McDaniel, at least he's trying to put guys out there. Okay. Because Flores wasn't trying to go ahead and build his roster and develop his roster in coaches. But no problem. No problem. And yeah, Flores, guess he didn't bring himself. Greer hired all these guys, whether you like it or not. He hired Flores, McDaniel, Vic, Adam Gase, because he was part of the front office. Yep. He brought in Adam Gase. He brought in who else? Who else was somebody? Uh oh my god, who was our original under Flores? Chan Gailey. Brought in Chan Gailey. Right, yeah. Who else? Who else did he bring in? Hmm. Yeah, pretty much anybody in the coaching staff, even if head coach wants to bring him in, if the GM says no, the GM says no. Thank you so much, Andre. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, man. What up, Chef Jew in the building? Thank you, Chef Jew. Yes, yes, yes. Watch Miss Fitz won't respond to my bet. First of all, I don't bet, so there you go. I don't need to bet. You can feel free to do all the work. I don't care. Who kicked out Vic in the building? Vic just proved you can beat Mahomes, a guy we won't see because we can't beat the Bills, Ravens, or even the Titans to get to Mahomes. You know the sad part is, Nene, that we really still can get to Mahomes. They don't always hit the number one in the AFC. Proof of that was last year. We just bucked and didn't go through because it was too cold. That's why. Again, I don't. What is your? You know what? I got it. I'm gonna help you out real quick. Like I said, I don't bet. So what are you doing? And no, I'm not gonna pull it up. You feel free to go waste your time in pulling that up. Thank you very much. You can sit there for a few minutes. Anywho, at the end of the day, guess what? The Miami Dolphins, Chan Gailey was a failure. Yeah, he was. He was a failure. It didn't work out. Anybody that's no longer here, by definition, is a failure until they go to another team and they somehow, some way, win Super Bowls. Why is it that players and coaches, whenever they leave the Dolphins, somehow they're balling? Look at Noah Benogany on the Commanders. Everybody talked about how he was awful. What a horrible pickup. Didn't we say he was a long-term developing piece? Oh, we didn't hit on him. Okay. Now he's one of the best players they got on that defense. But hey, what do we know, right? This is why I say when people say that the Dolphins can't develop players, it's an absolute lie. We can develop players. We just develop players for other teams. That's the part that gets frustrating. It gets absolutely frustrating. We develop players for other teams. That's it. Fangio said it himself. Only issue here was amount of starting guys injured. That was the only issue, really, Aqua. Or you think that maybe he said that said a very political and by political I mean a very standard um media answer. You don't think that was a very standard media answer? Hmm? Hmm? Aqua, he also said he didn't have the guys he wanted. Mm. Lansing says, "Imagine if Javon goes to Chargers or Buffalo when knowing he's a good safety." Oh Lord, yeah. Through third party, he also said a lot of problems, partying, not being prepared or focused. Yeah, and didn't McDaniel himself and Greer both admitted that guys were coming to meetings late and stuff? You think that's just a like a 1 year thing? You think this isn't happening in other years too? These are habits that are being allowed by the front office and the coaching staff, guys. Ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. So overall, right? This is what we're saying. And you know what? Let me take a look at one thing real quick, just to see if this is a common theme. Okay. So in 2022, McDaniel's first year, Tua, our starting quarterback, played and started 13 games. 13 games. That means he missed 4. Okay. We went 9-8. He played all 17 games. We went 11-6. He missed 6 games this year. We go 8-9. You don't think he should also be held accountable for not being available? Or are we just going to pretend like that's not a thing anymore? Hmm? But don't worry, we're going to talk about Tua on his end of the season review because that's definitely part of it. But as far as overall offense, yes, him missing 6 games is an absolute travesty. Because clearly in this system that's designed just for him, if he's not here, no one else is going to succeed. McDaniel calling the same tired, repetitive plays, screen this, screen that. Oh, God, if I hear screen one more flipping time. I see teams do screens all the time, but I don't see him do it back to back to back, 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. It's insane to me how this head coach thinks that those plays are going to work. Do they work here and there? Absolutely. But everybody has a game plan. They got tape. They got 3 years of tape on this offense. It is not as creative right now because guess what? It's been figured out. It's been figured out. Now, it also goes into player execution or the lack of player execution as well. We were lacking a lot of things, and one of the main things, in my opinion, overall, has to be player execution and the lack of player execution. Too many guys running weak routes, not sharp, rounding out their routes. Too many guys not being where they needed to be. Now, credit to the defenses we faced. They did what they were supposed to do. That's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you got. Okay, cool. Hit that like button, guys. Miss Phins, when is the next back alley Phins? Oh, you gotta talk to Nene. You gotta talk to Nene only when she's available. She's in law school, so gotta see when she's available. What's up, Money Mitch? Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. All in one walk. I just can't believe it. Ah. Mm, we're gonna talk about defense tomorrow, man. I gotta get out of here, but yeah, I'll tell you this. This team, this offense, yeah, we kind of dropped the ball a lot. We dropped the ball a lot. We did. And and whether you like it or not, it's everybody. It's not one person. It's everybody. So if we are able to go ahead and get our team back at it and actually make the right moves, yeah. So Miss Fans got here hella late. No worries, man. You can watch the replay. The one thing I can agree with, I would avoid paying Holland 20 mil a year. He is not worth 20 mil. Holland is not even worth, in my opinion, $15 million a year. I'm just being honest. Because he had an opportunity, and I don't know, maybe this scheme itself is not what works for him. You know, certain players thrive in certain schemes, but yeah, I don't. I would not pay him this money. We don't have the money to pay him, and I wouldn't pay him. I'm sorry. Until they prove me wrong, I think we will be worse than last year. Ooh, I gotta do a show of my way too early uh record. I kind of already did it last, the second it came out, but I gotta do another one. This is why I asked about accountability for Aloysius. For all those things for the rebuild under Christopher. What is the return on investment? And if I show you, I mean, I have shown, they didn't do a return. Dang, it is not a good return. But we gotta deal with what we gotta deal with, and that's why you got this offense review, guys. From this year to last year, man, we kind of went right back to being mid. It's just we cannot get out of our own way. We, based on the last 3 years, which is the only information we have under McDaniel, last year, all numbers point to up, and we peaked last year. If this upcoming year we're able to get right back up there offensively and make it to the top two again in offense, passing and rushing and overall offense, then out of the 4 years, it goes to show, okay, we can analyze it at that point and see, okay, what was good, what didn't work, what did work. That's it. But in 3 years, that's where it's at. Miss who's the opponent in Spain? They haven't said yet. They haven't said yet. So this is another reason for my issue with Greer tag and trade. Too many guys walk out, and your response is another injury, old player, or comp picks. Which, Nene, let's be real, and everybody out here, we don't ever get these comp picks that everybody always claims. For some reason, other teams are great at getting comp picks, i.e., the flipping Patriots. The Patriots, when they get comp picks, man, they're able to get comp picks, and sometimes those comp picks become even better. And I'm like, how? We get comp picks, and then somehow we lose these comp picks, or they're worse than what we initially thought of. I hate comp picks. Don't give me no comp picks. I don't want comp picks. They suck. We never keep whatever value we think we're gonna get. It's awful. Absolutely awful. So I'm done with it. No, I think it's ridiculous. I think we will be 5 to 7 win team next year. I really hope I'm wrong. Me too, because that you know what that means. We'll be third in the division because I still think the Jets are gonna win about 4 games. At least we're lucky enough to be in a division where the Jets are in it. Because I'm telling you right now, Patriots, in my opinion, look like they're about to jump us for the second place in the division. Unless we make some serious moves. And again, to Nene's point, not get the If there's a guy that's injured out there, come to Second Chance University, Miami Dolphins, because that's exactly what we do. That is exactly what we do. Are we on to hockey now? You know, I should do a hockey. I thought about doing a hockey. I got a basketball one and a hockey idea. It's just I don't know. Those are gonna have to be like small shows, you know, because I thought my main thing is Dolphins. You know what I mean? Like literally. But yeah, I love hockey. Look, Um, I'll talk about this really quickly, only because it's too big not to talk about it. But shout out to Team USA, put it belt to booty. You want to go disrespect our national anthem and think we're just gonna lay out and just take it? Absolutely not. Did you guys not see Team USA in this four nation um uh tournament? Canada disrespected our national anthem and booed. You couldn't, and apparently from reports from people that were there, they said that the boos were so loud you couldn't even hear the national anthem. I mean, on TV you could hear it because you know the mic situation, but you couldn't hear it in at the game. What did Team USA do? Three fights in 9 seconds. Three fights in 9 seconds, led by our boy. I love him, Chucky Matthew Kachuk. I love him. My favorite player. Three fights in 9 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, to start the match. And then we whooped them 3-1. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this would be one of the funniest things. Because if I believe we're facing Canada in the final, if I'm not mistaken. Or am I wrong? Help me out here, villain. Um, and if we are, get ready for Canada to be handed to them a new one. Because there's no way on earth we're about to let that disrespect happen. Not for the men and women that have fought and died for this country, for us to have all of our freedoms. Nah, no. I'm not gonna, first of all, you're like a little cousin. Let's whoop 51st. Oh gosh, I can't. That you guys are too much. It's ridiculous. No, I'm not trying to bring politics into here. I don't care. Whatever side you're up for, again, don't matter. The end of the day, you're not. We're not about to let no other nation. This is. I mean, we can say whatever we want about our country. That's we're afforded those rights by the men and women that have allowed to give us that freedom, because freedom is not cheap. It is bought and paid for by the blood of the men and women, sweat and tears of the men and women out there that put their lives on their line and have put their lives on the line to protect this nation. Thank you to all of our veterans and active military. Thank you. Because without you guys, we're not here. And that goes, you know what I mean? For everybody. I don't care about we don't do politics here. But I'm not about to let Canada disrespect us like that. So I was so happy when Team USA handled it. Ooh, they handled it. They handled it. Likely to play a Canadian team a few times in playoffs. Oh, nah, I think those boys are gonna make sure we take home whatever trophy it is we're playing. So yeah, so shout out to Team USA hockey team, because that's how you handle business. And don't get me wrong, listen, I got I Overall, you know, I love everybody in the world. I'm all for world peace and all that stuff. And I got very, very awesome, amazing Canadians in my life that I absolutely love, right? And my favorite Canadian, Celine Dion. I don't care what anybody tells me. I love her. I love Celine Dion, okay? But I'm not about to let these fans disrespect us like that. No. Uh-uh. So our boys, you keep doing what you need to do and you show them who's boss. Okay? The Kachuk brothers put that smackdown. Yes, they did. They made sure they set the tone. We're not about to get disrespected like that. Anywho, but that's it. What I got as far as basketball, real quick before I go. We all know. Obviously, Jimmy got traded to the Golden State Warriors. I would be on board for the Heat. Okay, a little bit about the Heat. Obviously, we know he got traded. He's been, playing with them. First game, 25 points. Apparently, he couldn't do that with the Dolphins. I mean, with the Heat because he no longer wanted to be here. I want to be somewhere where I'm wanted. Okay, cool. No story. I mean, no problem, bro. No problem. Oh, I'm glad you didn't say Drake. Oh, I don't. I forget Drake is Canadian. If I'm gonna be honest with you, nah, Celine Dion is my favorite Canadian. Like to me, everybody's American until I find out they're Canadian. I'm like, oh, mm, I'm not even surprised I thought they were American. But anywho, uh, and for the Heat guys, we all saw the poopy pants by Jimmy. That was kind of funny. Not gonna lie. As far as the Heat, shout out to Tyler Hero winning the 3-point contest. That was great. Um, that's why I love the Heat. Suspending him and trading him, didn't let it continue. Well, yeah, I mean, you have to take a look at this. And this is something that's funny. I was talking to my dad because you guys know he's a Patriots fan. He's also now a Celtics fan. Um, well, he's been a Celtics fan not as much as he's been a Patriots fan. He was a Patriots fan first before he was a Celtics fan, but whatever. Shut up, delusional. Anywho, um, but talking about basketball, one of the major reasons why basketball has had so many issues in viewership is because basketball has is run by superstars. See, football is run by teams. What do I mean by that? The team is where the popularity is at. Now you got your superstars here and there, whatever that add to that. Obviously, they add to it, but the teams themselves are the superstar. That's the fandom as a team. Nowadays, specifically, see, back in the day, we didn't have this. It was about the team. And you had your superstars. Nowadays, it's all about, oh, I'm this one player's fan, and that's it. And they just so happen to play in this team. So I'm that player's fan. And then, oh, they moved to this team. So now I'm going to be a fan of this. You see what I mean? Like, there's no real loyalty to teams. And one of the biggest moves the NBA did and they didn't tell nobody about it was moving Luka Doncic from the Mavs to the Lakers and then trading AD and two other guys to the Mavs in return. That was one of the biggest moves. Nobody in the Lakers knew about that. But what message is being brought by that? The basketball, unfortunately, has been run too much by the players and players dictating where they want to go and things like that. And I think, in my opinion, this one thing that I talked to my dad about. We were both talking, and he was saying too that the teams are taking back that power. You are an employee. You're a great asset to our team, but don't think that you're going to be above the team. And the Miami Dolphins, this is why I'm highlighting this comment. Thank you so much, Nene. The Miami Dolphins, I'm not the Miami Dolphins, sorry, the Miami Heat. I'm so used to the Dolphins. The Heat are one of those few teams that is consistently putting team above the player. They're the ones. We're not always gonna have the flashy guy. We're not always gonna have, oh, look at all these guys. We did that once. You know what I mean? And we didn't even get what we paid for. We were supposed to get at least 4 championships out of that. And 2 of them were bucked because somebody couldn't do their job. And all he did was complain. Right? So we didn't even get what we were supposed to get with those 2, right? That was it. NBA players, thank you. Villain kind of gets it. NBA players sell tickets in basketball. NFL teams sell the tickets. And it's the same thing. And this is what the Heat have proven every single time. You see this all the time. The Heat, yes, we would love for you to be here. But if you no longer want to be here and you think you're about to put us in some kind of like jam, that, oh, well, then I'm not going to buy. Oh, you're going to try to. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You don't run this team. You're a great asset, a great employee. But you don't run this team. You could be the face of the team. That's cool. We have many faces. But you don't run this team. Maybe some of these players think that they're above the team. There's levels to that. So in the last few years, that's one of them. I'm not even gonna say that. That's one of the major things that you've seen in NBA basketball, which is another reason why ratings have been so bad. Because it's more of just a couple individual guys versus, oh, look at this franchise, right? So with the Heat, they're telling you, no, we're not gonna do that. So they shipped them off. Oh, you want to keep playing games? You want to keep running your mouth? You want to keep suspended? We're taking some of this money back. All right, we'll trade you. Boom, here you go. Gone. Don't get me wrong. I love Jimmy Butler. I love everything he did. We gave him the whole city. Heck, we gave him the whole state. You know what I mean? He was, and to me, should have retired here. One of the greatest Miami Heat players of all time, bar none, Jimmy Butler. But this is why I don't buy player jerseys. Because there's no loyalty in this basketball era within the last 10, 15, 17 years. There's no loyalty. This soft serve basketball league. There's no loyalty here. Back in the day, I'm gonna destroy you. We're not friends. What do you mean friends? There is no life outside my team. I don't know you. I'm not gonna say nothing about your family or whatever, but I don't know you. Don't talk to me. I don't want to see you. You have like ache and sick. Okay. I made an exception because my favorite team finally had a guy with my favorite number who actually was really good. So I made an exception, and obviously you guys know, like, he has my heart. So whatever. But you are right. Until this day, the only other player I do actually have a jersey of, which is signed by him, is Tua. Yep. So whatever. Say what you will. But yes, I do have a signed Tua jersey. That's the only other one that I bought and paid for. But realistically, that one's just because, as an investment. Maybe it'll get me more money or something like that from what I paid. But you see what I mean? Thank you, Aquavision. LeBron forces. Man, LeBron is the biggest example without me trying to say it. What up, Vamos Gatos? Welcome, buddy. The Barney and Friends LeBron era. First of all, I take I don't like that because I love Barney and Friends. So let's not do that. We're not about to disrespect Barney. It's my favorite. I love Barney, man. I love Barney. But yeah, LeBron is one of the main guys. It's not the leader of it. This is why they call it the Leaston Conference. Why? Because the East has been at its weakest point in basketball since its inception for the last 15, 20 years. The sad thing is that players were treated poorly before. Look at the money Scottie Pippen made in six rings. Player empowering was because owners wasn't fair at the time, but players like Harden hurt. Well, hurt the brand. Okay, hurt the brand. Got it. So let me talk to you about that. Michael Jordan won six rings, and he was not the highest paid player in his own team. We're also Scottie Pippen admitted, and even Michael told him, like, you signed a bad deal, dude. Players also have to take accountability for themselves. The NBA, no, they didn't. And I'm with you. These owners, man, they try to get as much as possible from these players. 1000%. I'm all for that. Totally agree. Totally agree. But that doesn't mean, and I'm not saying, oh, player empowerment is not good or whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when you have players who literally, in my opinion, that trade should have never happened. But when you have players that sign, unlike football, basketball's a little bit different when it comes to contracts. And a lot of people get confusing contracts. But in football contracts, there's a lot of like uh movement around the money when it comes to it, guarantees money and things like that, and voided years to kind of ease the pain for the teams. And if certain things are met, they could be cut, and they don't really see much of that money. I didn't. Last time I checked, Jordan wasn't Pippin's father, right? Okay, but Scotty was making a vet minimum. That wasn't fair. Was he not a vet? I'm not saying players shouldn't push for more money. Please push for more money. So initially it was a good thing, but just got out of hand. I'm not saying not to push for money. Push for money. Why not? Get your money. I'm all for that. I am all for the players getting their money. That's not what I'm saying. But the issue is now you don't have true loyalty to teams. It's only to certain players. And what the NBA is realizing is, dang, I don't have any homegrown players. So I want to still be a sustainable league. Most of my big guys, like, big attraction guys, are all overseas players. We don't have really homegrown players like that right now that you can say they're big. And anybody that we do have is going to be gone within the next 5 years or less. So what do? They trade Doncic over to the Lakers so that Lakers could, being a young guy, getting max. No 25-year-old player should be getting no max contract at 25. I don't care who you are. So now they can have Luka Doncic be the face of the league for the next, what, 10 years minimum. So they're just going to fabricate, the fandom because, again, they're trying to keep their eyes on the eyeballs into their products. Yeah, I mean, you see what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're gonna get. They're putting up with LeBron James because he still sell out tickets and whatever. But this whole, I mean, everywhere he has gone, all he does is leave a path of destruction to that team. He doesn't enhance teams. He doesn't make teams better. He doesn't leave a team better than they were and goes to another opportunity. No, no, no. He jumps on the backs of teams with up and coming young guys that can literally carry the entire load while he's at half court doing absolutely nothing but watching the play happen. Like that, like retire, dude. All these accolades he's getting that he thinks, oh my God, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I played for 300 years. Look at, I own all the records. Hey, I give it up to you, longevity, dude. That's great. Of course, you got all these records. Playing 67 years more than everybody else, you are eventually gonna do it. But to me, he's already hurt his brand so much. Like, bro, you're not even gonna crack in 5 years. You're not even gonna crack people's top 10 list, in my opinion. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. See, LeBron James did that once, and that was his rookie contract where he did. He did that to his rookie contract when he finished all 7 years of his rookie contract and then went to Miami. He didn't finish his contract with Miami. He still had 2 more years with Miami. He goes to free agency now. Harden, KD, Kyrie all requested for trades. Uh, I don't know who Jenny Buss is. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sorry, I don't. Unless is that if that's what you're trying to call Jimmy Butler, then that's funny. But I don't know if that's what you mean. That's funny. Lakers owner? Oh, he never sacrificed a big man for a shooter. They're not focused on that. They're just focused on the dollars. I just explained to you. They wanna make Luka Doncic the face of the NBA for the next 10 years so they can have eyeballs. Player option is still free agency. Okay, fine. That's true. You're correct. Yes. Now, are you okay with the way Nene that he left? You okay with the way that he left the Heat? Let me know. Because the way he left the Heat is the number one reason why I can't. Sorry, I just thank you for the 2 rings, even though you should have had four. 2 rings you had with us. Okay, cool. Thanks. I appreciate it. Very, very grateful for that. Thank you. Nah, Luca was a byproduct of the Jimmy Fiasco owners are getting ahead of trade requests. No, they're shifting. You can request anything you want. That's not gonna make it like it's not gonna make a difference. Like that's not you can request all you want. They don't have to do the request. But at the end of the day, that he did exactly what they thought they should do, which is just move on from him because they're team first. They're not player first. And you see a guy, I give it to him with all the years that this young man has been since the second he got here. He's been talked about being trading or being on the trading block since the second he got here. Every year, this man has been on the trade block and trade rumors, and he's still out there putting in his all. And that's Tyler Hero. Shout out to him. I give it to him. Him and Duncan. Since the second they've gotten here. Since the second they've gotten here. So I give it to Tyler Hero and even Duncan for them to stick in it and just putting their heads down and gonna play. People may not like the old school basketball approach that Pat Riley has, but one thing that man knows how to do is to win. He knows how to win. You know what I mean? He finds ways and players to put them together. What I mean by request is creating problems while on the team. So I will trade you to who I want. You won't get a say. Jimmy still had a list of where he wanted to go. Luca didn't get that. Unless the player has a no trade clause that they hold, like they have to approve the trade. Everybody's up for trade. It don't matter if they're okay with it or not. So, and this is how classy our team is. Our team is so classy. I would have, you know what? I would have traded him to the Sacramento Kings. I'm just being honest. Trade him to the Sacramento Kings. Miami did send Jimmy to one of the teams he wanted. Luca had no idea of any of the details until it was done. Nobody did. Nobody had any idea of any of the details until it happened. That's it. For example, Jimmy told Memphis no, he wouldn't go there, so trading me for me wouldn't work. I won't sign the extension. Again, you can request a trade, but unless a player, I don't know, you tell me, did he have a no trade clause? Meaning he had to be the one to approve the trade? Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing teams have to actually abide by. If the team has the leverage, it don't matter where the player doesn't want to go. I don't care. You're not gonna sign no extension. Bye. I'm gonna send you to where I want to send you. Period. Of course, the team has to have assets, so that comes part of the evaluating the trade. I'm gonna send them to where I can get good assets back. Of course. My point is that if the team is the one that holds the trade, then the player goes to wherever the team is gonna send them. So that's what I mean. Good morning, miserable Dolphin man. NBA is a complete joke. Inmates running the asylum. Exactly what I think the turning of the tides is happening, G man. I think teams are taking back that asylum, if you will. No team wants to give to assets. Uh, and the players walks, you gave up assets for nothing. God, who is hold on, sorry. Oh, okay. My brother. Anyways. Yeah, of course nobody wants to just give up assets just to give up assets. You know what I mean? That makes no sense. But the team is going to evaluate what other teams have available and make their talks. And if at the end of the day, if a team finds another team that they feel like they have the right assets, boom, they pull the trigger, just like LA did with the Mavs. That's all. Now, if Mavericks leave Dallas, that will be hilarious to me. They all want to go ahead and move to Las Vegas. I don't know why. It's absolutely hot, dry, and there's nothing to do there. I mean, of course, except the strip stuff, like the Vegas Strip where all the restaurants. Oh, okay, it's a tourist destination. I give you that, but that's crazy. If they really wanted to go ahead and um move Dallas to, dang, that means that Texas is only gonna stay with the Spurs and the Rockets. That's it. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, my whole life I've known of the Mavericks, so them not having the Mavericks is crazy. Yes, that's. I mean, I feel like we're both saying the same things, Nene. So I don't know where the disconnect is, but it's okay. That's why no trade clause is one leverage play, of course. But that player option is also leverage. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. The player has the player option. Then yeah, like that's it's gonna be tough. You're gambling with trading with a guy that has a player option. It's true. Look up Kevin Garnett's career NBA earnings. Look up Michael Jordan's career NBA earnings. They were horrible. The best player of all time getting paid the worst. So, and I'll tell you this: if the at the time, if the Bulls, um, I think it was the GM. I forget the guys, the dude, the short fat dude. Um, if he had not told them, yeah, we're breaking up the team and whatever, no matter what you do this year, if had he not said that, it's estimated based on the way and the trajectory that the Bulls were going in their run within the first three-peat to the second one, that it would have been 10 straight championships within that team. The first three, the two in the middle that they missed where Houston and another team got to win, and then the last three. That's what, six, eight, and then two after that. It would have been 10 straight championships by the Chicago Bulls. That's what the that's what it was projected. But because again, bad management at that point, mm, they uh they only got those six. So there you go. NBA globalization. NFL wants the same. Yeah, they do. We had a whole talk about this on the last League Wide Wednesday last week. Oh my god, it was awesome. It's crazy. Yeah, but we gotta see. Now he got over 80 million in cash pay. Jimmy won't play 2 years at a high level. You don't pay him 60 million a year. Absolutely. I still think Miami will win in the trade. They move on 2 years earlier. Yes. At the end of the day, he was over it. He didn't want to be here anymore. Okay, cool, bye. And we're gonna be the great organization that we are and let you go to where you wanted to go. Cool, no problem. We got some assets. We're gonna implement them in. Gonna try to get the most out of them. But don't you notice that we may not win the championship, but we're always in the mix? You know what I mean? Always in the mix. Khalil Ware, man, I'm telling you, that's my guy. It only took him 12 years to put this man in the starting rotation. Tyler still got to give me consistency as a number one option. Of course, but you also have to understand Tyler Hero is still developing. He's still super young in his career. And on top of that, too, and basketball's a little bit different than baseball. The development time is it's a little bit different. It's like it shifts a little bit more. Like guys in football, they're in their peak when they're like in their late 30s before they hit, I mean the late 20s before they hit um their 30s, but within that 27, 28 to like 30 to 32, that's where the peak of these guys are in football. In basketball, it's a little bit different, depending on the position too. So NFL needs Jay-Z out of there. Enough hip hop halftime. Needs some rocking country. I agree, and I agree. They've been super bland, except the first one, the one in LA with Eminem and Dr. Dre and Snoop, 50, Mary J. Blige. Heck yeah, that was an awesome halftime show. Well, then it's like, what? You got Rihanna, who was preggers, unfortunately, at the time, so we couldn't get full Rihanna. Then you got Usher. Yeah, it was cool. I knew every song, obviously, growing up listening to him. And then this one. So it's like, whatever. Hero has been in the league since 2019. It doesn't negate that. 6 years, that's it? Like, dude, like, he's still developing. Yeah, remember, every position is different in basketball when it comes to that development. So, yeah, it just depends. Still think he's still developing. I think we'll get prime. He hasn't even hit his prime. So, give him a few more years. You see, he's gonna get even better, get more consistent. Same thing with Duncan. I think that they're both continue to get they're good developmental pieces. So he's gotta continue to do it. Anyways, that was your Miss Panthers. Well, FLA Panthers, Miss Florida Panthers, and Miss Heat Culture or Miss Culture. Thank you very much. Um Updates around Miami sports, as far as the Florida Panthers and the Miami Heat. But yeah, I gotta come up with it. Maybe I'll do because it's off season, man. God, we built this channel in the off season. We're gonna continue this puppy through. But anyways, I'm like super late. Thank you guys for everything. Excuse me. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll talk defense then. We're gonna break down all 3 years. Well, obviously this year we're gonna talk about the defense. But next year we're gonna discuss real quick before I go. What do you grade the offense? Hmm? In the midseason, I graded the offense D minus. The goal was to be top 10. We're nowhere near there. What do you grade the offense? Last year in the offense, I graded them B plus A minus. Goal was to be top 10, and they absolutely achieved it last year. What do you grade this Miami Dolphins offense at the end of the year? A, B, C, D, plus, minus. What do you grade them? Real quick, just so I could go ahead and highlight it for us. Let me get this puppy through. Yeah, I think personally, last year, B plus, A minus. Yeah. Mid season this year, D minus. You go from number one, number two to dead last in the middle of the season. Yeah, you look at it, give you an F. What up, Michelle? Michelle says C minus for the Dolphins offense. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Let me check here real quick. Let me check. Ah, got the Q. Make the Miami Dolphins Twitter great again. These people. Oh my God. You're not gonna believe who well, I can believe that. Who posted it, but this is what the Dolphins fan base has gotten to at this point. Oh Lord. This is I mean, I'm not even surprised with this. I'm not. Ugh. And this was in response to Omar Kelly. I don't know what Omar Kelly said. Let me see. That's that's crazy. Villain says, okay, what do you call it here? Villain says you give the offense a C. Okay. C average. Dolphins Don says mid. Okay, so what you're saying is C because mid is C. So okay. So overall consensus is you guys are giving the offense a C grade for being mid. I concur. Miami Dolphins offense at the end of the season has to be C minus for me. I just can't let it go. C minus for me. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. But anywho, guys, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for your time. We will catch on tomorrow when we discuss the NFL. What do you call it? When we discuss the Miami Dolphins defense review. C minus, but mid just feels more like it. Oh, it is super mid, but it's actually below mid because it's ranked 22nd. That's the thing. So that's why I can't give it a just straight up C because C minus, if not D plus, like that's where it's at right now. I mean, take a look at you're 22nd in the league. You were second. You dropped 20, 20 spots. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, Hurricanes had a better offense. Dude, the Miami Hurricanes, man. And shout out, didn't our boy win the Heisman, if I'm not mistaken? Didn't I see Cam Ward win the Heisman? I was so proud. Shout out to him. Terrible. Terrible. The offense equals pathetic this year. But you know what? The first year, the team was pretty much the same. No, Ward came in fourth. Aw, man. Well, it's okay. No big deal. Still a great player, and you know he's going to get drafted high. So good luck to him and that young man. Good luck to him. That's for sure. Anyways, guys, I will catch you, ladies and gents, tomorrow. Take care and bye bye.